What's up, bro?
What's up, baby? How you doing, sir?
Good, good. We're back.
Yes.
Good to
Good to
have
see
you
you, man.
on,
Good to be here, bro. Good to be here with you. It's an honor, man. Love you.
bro. It's an honor for me, for real. And so we go back, bro, to like I think what 2007,
Fif-
16, 15? Is it
I was gonna say
15?
15. Yeah, I had just started working at Wawa, man, and I
Yeah,
met I met you and your lady. You guys would come in and get protein shakes.
yeah. It's all about the games, bro.
Yup, that's it.
So and then yeah, bro. I just got the best vibe ever from you, and now you're out here doing what I feel like that maybe even when I first met you, I said something to you about like, bro, you're way bigger than this. Like, I don't even know what you're doing working here. I guess, we all we all take our steps, but now you're out here. Um, you're an entrepreneur, you have your own company, and you've just been starting to push content out that's just real motivational and inspiring, kind of taking like that mindset coach and kind of life coach approach, bro. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Um, and thanks for the nod of respect there, bro. Yeah, I had nothing but good vibes picked up from you when I met you, man. And we had a mutual friend, Paul, if you remember. I'm sure you remember Crazy Paul, but I think that was actually one of the starts of us like really vibing and getting personal. But yeah, I do a lot, man. And I'm doing roofing, I'm doing real estate. I'm also getting into the self-help space. And um, you know, I think it's really about the journey. That time at Wawa, man, I loved working there because I got to interact with people all day long, and be a part of their lives, their everyday routines. But that was a good time, man. And I needed that to turn me into who I am now. So respect to anybody out there rocking the goose.
Facts, bro. Gotta love a Wawa. I'm down here in Florida now. They've got a few Wawas. It's funny when you look on the map, they got all the Wawas up on the northeastern shore, and then there's like none from North Virginia all the way to Central Florida. I think has in Sanford had like the first Wawa, and now we have a few down here in Lauderdale.
Yeah, I went down to Florida, I don't know, a month and a half ago, maybe. And I went into one, and their menu was a little different, but they had like actually chairs and tables set up where you could sit down with your fam. So I thought that was pretty cool, inside and outside. Little bit different. They ain't got that in Delaware.
Yeah, Rural Farms does though. People don't know about that unless you're from the 302 or the 443, I guess, bro. People don't know about Rural Farms chicken.
Yeah, I love that. I love that Rofo chicken, man. It's dangerous.
So, bro, can you kind of like walk me through a little bit, from 2016 till now, man? Like that's a lot of time, and obviously you've had a pretty big transformation.
Um, that's a big time period, brother. Yeah. So
Like what were like the big changes like that happened, like the biggest events from then until now? Because I know like I used to see you in the gym and stuff too. We trained together a few times.
yeah, big changes. I would say, man. I mean, 2016, I was working at Wawa. Then I went to doing crawl spaces and doing crawl space encapsulation. I love
I've
that.
done that.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Oh my God,
I
I've
didn't
done
know
it.
that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, didn't like it.
Okay.
Didn't like it, bro. It wasn't for me at all. Am I claustrophobic? Yeah, I think so, bro. I think I'm claustrophobic. I think it's like bugs down there and it's dark and wet and Delaware's cold and putting the suit on. And I don't remember the pay being that great, bro, to do all that for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just following directions and
Yeah.
trying to get a couple bucks if I'm doing a crawl space. So, did you have a company? Did you know what you were doing?
So when I started, I did not know what I was doing. No, I just started out as a general laborer, and
Got
then
it.
yeah, worked my way up to being a co-foreman of a group. But yeah, man, I loved it because I got to see the product of my hands like every day. You know what I mean? Um, just to kind of go deep dive into that period, man, water inside your home is only good if you're using it for cooking or cleaning, man. But it's not good if it's just there, bro. So getting the,
Facts.
going into a
Mold.
home that's got like 3 foot of water underneath it, bro, and
Whoa.
it being nasty, dude, nasty. And then like 3 or 4 days later, like the homeowner and I being able to crawl underneath it and it being beautiful and completely like waterproof, so no water can get in there and create mold or anything like that. It was a really good feeling, man. I love that. That was one of my most favorite things that I ever did because I got to actually see, the product of my labor. But
The
yeah,
before and
man.
after of crawl space encapsulation is really extreme.
Yes. And there's a lot to it. A lot of people think you just go in there and you put down some, some material, but if you didn't fix, if you don't put in a sub pump or a link system for it, the water is just going to rise up and get into that, and you're going to have the same problems, but just more shit in the way, Um, but I didn't know you did that. Did you do that in Delaware?
I did it in Delaware.
And who did you do that for?
I did it with my boy Ryan.
Okay. Okay.
Do you
Nice.
know Ryan? I think the name of his company is Delmarva Crawl Space Solutions.
I've heard of them, man. I don't know if I know him personally, but yeah, I have heard of them, and I've heard good things about them.
Yeah, he's been at it for a long time, bro. He's probably like the best dude out there by now because he's been doing it for, I bet, man, over 10 years.
Okay.
Over 10 years. And the reason why it is so important is he has an aunt who specializes in mold, and the mold comes from the moisture, obviously, and can create all types of negative health impacts and everything. So, yeah, there's a huge market out there for that crawl space and stuff. It's like the same as a roof. You need a roof or you need your crawl space done.
Yeah. I got lots of ideas of how I want to incorporate them down the road together, but I got to work on one thing at a time. You know what I mean? Too many fires. I'm learning.
So
good.
So now you shifted into real estate and roofing. So you went from the bottom of the house to the top, bro. Doing the
Yes.
roofs now.
Yes.
And then so real estate. So I mean, you're a real estate agent
Yep.
or
I'm a realtor. So that story is man, I've been listening to the Bigger Pockets podcast for
okay.
like, I don't know, 5 years, something like that. And I believe in the power of real estate, man. And I'm 31, and renting my whole adult life and just taking money and throwing it right out the window. You got to be able to lay your head at night, and for me, make sure my kid has a place to stay. But at the end of the day, you're building someone else's wealth when you're when you're renting their property. And when you have a mortgage, I look at it as you are paying yourself. People talk about home values and your house may go up or go down, but if you look at any period in American history, any 5-year period, the value of your home has always increased, and that's in any area. So that was like the real reason that I got into real estate, and I got into that. But there's a lot that I want to say about that, bro. I had someone really believing in me at the time, and pushing me to do that, and so I found myself addicted to drugs, bro. I was hooked on meth and crack about 2.5 years ago, and a lovely woman that I had met back in college, like a decade before that, had reached out to me via Facebook Messenger, and said that God was telling her to reach out to me, man. And so we started a relationship, and she helped me get clean, and I was working at a restaurant in Rehoboth, and I just straight up quit my job. And I got a brother of mine that helped me out, let me live with him. My son and I went to go live with him for a year so I could get back on my feet. And in that time, like I quit my job at the restaurant, and the next day I signed up for the real estate class. And yeah, man, I actually went up and stayed with her at her house and for 10 days and got like 90% of the class done. It was actually the second time I had taken the class, because the first time I took it, I just didn't take it seriously. And you know, real estate's like a long-term game, man. There's a lot to learn and a lot to know. And yeah, so right now I'm doing the roofing full time, and I you know, I'm trying to build my business in real estate. I can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me? Is it bad?
I can hear you now.
You hear
No, I
me
hear you
good
good. I
now?
hear you good now. Yeah.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
I didn't hear you say
Okay, I
anything
said you're a
until, can
beast,
you hear me
bro.
now?
You're a beast.
Yo, thanks, bro.
Because most people don't come back from those type of drugs. And for you to have over 2 years, and you know, the reflection of your accomplishments speaks volumes to, you know, that comeback. That's amazing.
Thanks,
And
man.
yeah, and you know, my family, like I come from a family that struggled with like addiction and substance abuse. You know, my dad did all the drugs. He died when I was 24, 10 days after my wedding. And you know, when I first moved to Delaware in 2005, from Orlando, my dad was smoking crack too. And you know, he got off all that stuff, but I've seen firsthand, you know, I used to sell crack, bro. You feel me? When I was,
I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah.
I didn't know that, bro.
I went to prison, bro, for trafficking, uh, shit. So, yeah, yeah. And so I did like 3 years altogether, 2 different bids. I did 9 months, and then I did like close to 2.5 years the second time.
Damn,
So
bro.
like a total of 3. Yeah. So I did the boot camp shit, and then I came home, violated the probation, and got my backup time. So, um, yeah. And I'm just familiar with, like, bro, if people haven't seen it in real life, like it's different, bro.
It's the enemy, bro.
And bro, like, given the right circumstances, bro, like it could happen to anyone. Like I was fortunate enough that, you know, here's the thing. You could have an alcoholic dad who has 2 sons, and one son becomes an alcoholic. And you say, what happened? Why you drink so much? Well, I saw my dad drink. And then you got another son by the same dad, and he's sober his whole life, never gets into drinking. You say, how were you able to not become an alcoholic? Well, I saw my dad. You know what I mean? So, you know, it can really just happen to anyone given the right circumstances. And I just have seen so many people not only not make it back, or spend decades stuck in addiction, but bro, a lot of people die. You know what I mean? A lot of people lose everything. A lot of people hurt people in ways that they'll never be able to repair. Like, so for you to have a comeback like that to where you're at now, I think it's amazing. And I think that, bro, like, if you can do that, bro, like, what could possibly stop you from accomplishing anything? Like, that's probably the hardest thing you'll ever do.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It wasn't me, man. It was Jesus Christ, and that's the truth, bro.
Yeah, amen, bro.
Did I tell you that story?
Nah.
First off, let me backtrack and say I'm very sorry about your pops, man. I didn't know that about you, bro, and I'm so sorry that he's not with you no more in the flesh, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we were tight, man, me and my dad. So yeah, it was hard even like knowing that he was on those drugs and stuff, but you know, we had a great relationship. And you know what? I got some great memories, and the older I get, the more I see my dad every time I look in the mirror. And so it's all good, man. It's all good. Well, I'll see him again one day for
Yes,
sure.
sir, you will. And he's with you still, bro. And I also didn't know that you were in the game like that, man. But if you kind of were around it, you know, growing up or whatever, then it's a lot easier to get into it to try to make a hustle too, man. I started selling weed in college, man, and it's funny because I went from selling bricks of weed to selling houses, and I love that.
Hell yeah.
Um,
It's the same mindset, right? Like it's the same grind. Like, you know, a lot of people don't realize, like, especially a lot of street people don't realize that, bro, like, if you're gonna really sell drugs, bro, it's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of shit. And for
it's
real, like, you're if you're really about it, you're like on everyone else's time too, because everyone's hitting you up and you got to take care of them, right?
yeah,
And they'll get mad at you, and you're like, and there's all this stuff. People say, oh, he's drug dealer, like, bro. And then on top of that, if you do have any like value over your freedom, right? Like if you're aware of how much freedom you have and how much can be taken away from you for a criminal lifestyle, then you understand you're taking quite a risk too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like now you're in real estate, right? And there's like character traits that go into the drug game that, bro, like if you just direct that into the real world, like the legit world, you can go so much further, and
yeah, man.
with the same amount of work, with the same
Yeah,
amount of work.
dude, I feel bad for people, bro, that are in it and think that they're doing a good thing because they are supporting their family that way, bro. Like if you made, you know, $10,000 in a day, but what you're selling is leading to the destruction of families, bro.
Exactly.
And like somebody's mom or dad dying, bro.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect to you and who you used to be, but I know that's not the Blue that I ever met. And
No, bro.
thank God, bro. But yeah, man, I think if it's man-made, and the chemical is made to you know, escape something or feel something better. I'm not talking about people with mental health problems, but yeah, man, I ain't got no respect for no drug dealer, bro.
You know what? They're suffering something too.
Yep.
And here's the thing, you know, I started off selling weed too, bro. I was just selling weed. I was just like 15, 16, selling weed. And then, you know, this older guy buying weed and, yo, can you get me this? That's what happened. See? So I could flip it. I could be like, well, really, it's the addicts. You know, the addicts, you know, convinced me to go get this stuff for them. You know, they kept pressing me about it, and they would press me about it. Because you know, I'm like, yeah, I can get it, but you know, that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started out. Now I don't mess with that, but I can get it though, but I don't mess with that. You know, just trying to be the man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I'm 16. You
Trying to
know,
be the man.
trying to be the man. You know,
Trying to be the man.
in 2006, right? Listen, every day I'm hustling. Like it's my ringtone, bro. Right? And I'm like, whip it real hard. Let's go. Let's go. So, you know, there was, bro, we didn't have the internet back then either, right? So I didn't have access to all this information, all this culture, all this just access to money, bro. There's so much access to money through the internet.
Yeah.
When you learn how to leverage the communities online and the platforms available.
You're not wrong there.
You know, and even when the internet was out back in 2009, YouTube obviously wasn't what it is now, but even back then, what I was watching on YouTube, I wasn't watching, you know, how to make money on Amazon, right? Like I would have been in early. I wasn't watching how to drop ship.
What was you watching?
I was watching like Elliot Host, bro. You know what I
Me
mean?
too, bro. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
bro.
I was gonna say,
I was
man.
watching like Elliot Host,
I
bro.
love Elliot.
You know what I'm saying? I was watching like music and stuff, bro. Like I was watching old fights, boxing matches and stuff on YouTube. Like I was watching intellectual debates, and I was watching stuff like that, I guess, man. Like I didn't think I remember watching Ty Lopez's first super long YouTube ad with the Lamborghini. I remember sitting and watching that entire long ass never ending. That was like he's like the OG of YouTube, as he's like a billionaire now. But yeah, that's what I was watching. I didn't think to use it as like learning material to make money.
Yeah. Entertainment, man. But that's so funny that you said Elliot as the first thing, because that was like the first YouTuber I ever really like got into, and like just had a bunch of mad respect for him, man. And I still
Yeah.
love him, man. I always wanted to go down there to St. Petersburg, man, and go to strength camp, bro. You ever been there?
No. I was a
No.
huge Elliot Holmes fan. I'm still a fan now because he gave his life to Christ and he lost like so much of his following. And he's just all about the Lord and all about, pushing, that masculine message and that leadership message for men in today's day and age. And it's really amazing to see because he used to kind of be like in the like Buddhism and stuff like that type
Mm-hmm.
vibes.
Yeah.
And for him to just like go full on, uh, you know, Christ Bible based belief system paired with his already like, he's an amazing character.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see for sure.
It is pretty cool to see, man. And what's crazy is like, we think we know him because of watching his videos and so many of them. But like also, I'm sure there's a side of him that we don't see, that we don't know, which is what's crazy about social media, man. And with AI especially, and um, you know, you got to take everything you see with a grain of salt, you know.
Yeah, but when you see so much of someone's content, bro, that's a footprint, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
you see people change over the years too. Like the Elliot host that we used to know is like he doesn't exist anymore. Just like that kid version of me when I was 6, I'm 33, bro. Like that kid is long, long gone, bro. Like that, and for real, it was such a short period of time, like 15 to 18. It was done at 18, bro. I went to jail.
Yeah.
I didn't make it very long. And I'm thankful that that shit got out the way early. Because it's guys my age that, you know, just now going through it and they not getting hit with crazy numbers, but still a couple years is a lot. Your perception on time changes as you get older too, and you know how fast these years go by.
Yeah.
And so, you know, nothing gives you perspective like getting your freedom stripped away like that. That was I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't that kid first, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, but I'm definitely, you know, man, it's crazy how you gotta go through shit to become anything,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like you
do,
gotta go
man.
through bad shit. It's almost like you gotta do bad shit so you can go through bad shit so you can become something good,
Yeah.
you know? And then you got, some a lot of people, everybody, um sometimes you don't do anything bad and you still go through bad shit, and then you gotta force the diamonds out of that, force the good to come out of that. And that's hard work. So bro, like how'd you get, like, because you were doing your thing and then boom, all of a sudden caught up in addiction? Like how did that just swoop in on you like that? Because how old were you too? Like what, 25,
Um
26? Because you didn't do that stuff like when you were a kid, right? 16, 17. Oh, you froze up. Freeze.
And it's really because I was teaching my son. At home when he wasn't in school when COVID shut everything down. And you know, he's a smart kid. He was really giving me a lot of backlash for that. And I'd always told him that, you know, when he was born, I dropped out of college my senior year. And
Mm-hmm.
like he had heard me say that. And so he was like, well, Dad, why do I have to do my schoolwork when you quit college? You didn't finish school. And I was like, wow, like, okay, kid, good point. And so I started taking online classes. I signed up like the next day, bro. I was like, I'm gonna bust out this degree.
He
And
thought he was about to get out of school. Like, good point, kid. Oh, Dad, do I not do homework now? No, Dad's gonna go do homework too now.
yeah, man.
That's
And
the way to that's the way to do it, bro.
yeah. And so I started taking online classes, and then the restaurant that I was at opened back up. And I also was doing like these moving jobs at the time. I was moving people, man. Which I got a dream one day I'm gonna open up a moving business, but that's down the road. We can get into that. I'm jumping all around. The number one thing I want to say is that the number one correlation with all drug addicts, bro, is undiagnosed ADD and ADHD. Did you know that?
I don't know that.
Yeah, so I learned that through my psychiatrist. You know,
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay, well, you know, I would love any stat
Because you know
finders to figure that out.
who is the psychiatrist and what have they been through?
The medical journals, bro. Yeah.
You know what? Who wrote those journals and what have those people been through?
Mm.
You know, I don't know. I think that, you know, I went to school for, you know, I wanted to be a therapist. And what I learned in the psych classes that I took is that we just don't know anything about psychology, basically. You know, we don't even know why we sleep. We just know that we have to sleep. That's what I was taught in school. That's what I was taught at Del Tech, right? That's what my
Okay.
psychology teacher taught. But basically, you know, yeah, there's such thing as disorders. You know, there's titles and labels we can put on different things. Obviously, some people are very mentally unwell. Obviously, some people are missing connections in their brain. Obviously, autism is a real thing, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't actual mental disorders or kind of you could call them handicaps. You know, maybe they're not handicaps. I mean, people are just different, and as long as they're not dangerous, and we can understand them, then, you know, we can still have a meaningful connection with them. But I think that the whole, like, bro, who doesn't have ADD or ADHD? You know what I mean? I think like everyone could argue that every single person alive has some type of something. And it's like, if every person alive has some type of something that's like general, like, is it even worthy of mentioning or, you know, saying anything's because, oh, well, yeah, well, bro, so does everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. Like, my psychology teacher told me that I was, you know, I had manic depressive bipolar type thing, right? And she's like, but it's mild and I don't think you need medication. And I'm like, hell no. Even if you told me I need medication, I'm not about to take meds. I don't need meds. I'm not sold that I need meds at all. I don't need stuff. You know what I mean? All I need is some water, the gym, you know, good night's sleep. I smoked weed for 16 years and I quit over 2 years ago. But that was like,
I would love to get into that, bro. How did that help you, man?
do you smoke weed?
I do.
Yeah, I quit smoking weed because smoke is bad.
Yep.
And and you know, I smoked weed for long enough, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna keep smoking. Like, this is bad for me. I know this is bad for me. I'll smoke it, get really high, and be like, this is bad for me. And I'm like, this has been bad for a really, really long time. You know, like, I'm grateful for all the fun I got to have smoking weed for all those years. It helped me get through stuff, blah, blah, blah. Great memories, you know, great laughs with my dad smoking weed. I mean, do I regret it? I regret smoking as long as I did. I wish I would have quit sooner. I don't necessarily regret smoking. I wish I didn't wait so long, because when I finally quit, I haven't felt like I've been missing out. And you can eat it. So once you learn that, it's like, okay, so it's not like you can't ever have that feeling ever again either. So that just makes it even more of a guilty feeling why to not continue smoking.
Yep.
But as far as just the THC and the high itself, bro, like yeah, overall more clarity, more energy, bro, without weed. I say that, but I also remember times where I smoked weed every day where I felt like I had tons of energy and tons of clarity. So, I don't know. As far as that part.
Yeah.
But
So
overall more productive, I feel like.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think every person is different. I do believe that God put it here on the earth for a reason. I know for me, I was at a point where what?
You think God put it here for us to smoke?
Well, it's a medicine, man, and a blessing. I think that
Yeah.
I think if you abuse it,
You think smoking's abusing it? If you know it's bad for your lungs?
I mean, I'm a fan of the edibles.
I mean, they don't have proof that that's bad for your liver. They don't have evidence of it being bad for your liver.
Well, no, but if you take too much edibles and then you crash your car, bro.
No.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
so that would be but smoking's the same thing though. You could smoke and crash your car.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, I got a DUI for weed, and I didn't smoke for 12 hours. And I got in an accident. Nobody else was involved. And I got a DUI. And I didn't smoke for 12 hours. So they got to do something about that. Does that mean weed's bad? It means like kind of, because like there's no law to protect me from a situation like that. Like I shouldn't have gotten a DUI. I should have just gotten something else, I guess. I don't know. Like I crashed my car, nobody else was involved. So I mean, I don't know how I'm getting charged with anything. I called the cops. I'm not leaving my car on the side of the road, so I can't get charged for leaving my car on the side of the road. So, like I feel like there's no crime here. I feel like it's just a good thing nobody got hurt and died, and nobody even got hurt. So they're like, nah, DUI. This was after I did the time, so I was like, shit. And I was up like right by Chester.
Okay.
And yeah, so then I had to do like 3 days. I got like a 3-day sentence up there. And yeah, it's wild.
It is wild. I went through something very similar, man.
Yeah, DUI though. Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. So I think about that too. Like, like if I do an edible, like I'm like no driving until the next day. Just because.
Wow.
Like, yeah. And even when I was smoking, once I would smoke, I wouldn't drive the rest of that day either. I'm like, I won't drive until tomorrow. They're not getting me for nothing. Accidents happen. I can't afford an accident to happen. And they decide they want to accuse me or accuse me of driving impaired or something like that. I don't drive impaired. I don't get high and drive.
That's some serious dedication to your scheduling of the edible, bro, is to also schedule what you're gonna do the next day. Make sure you ain't got to drive, bro.
That's a great point, and that's why I would just do edibles in way lower frequency, which meant I was getting high at a way lower frequency, and the lower the frequency got, the lower the frequency got. Next thing you know, it's like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm good. I'm cool.
Yeah. So I brought up that correlation between addiction and ADD, ADHD because I was told as a kid that I had that, but like my parents never took me to go get checked out or nothing. But I don't know, like a year and a half ago, I'd say I went and I saw a psychiatrist, and it was actually the fourth one that I had seen. The first three just tried to prescribe me antidepressants, and I was like, I'm not depressed. I mean, yeah, I get upset and frustrated like all people do, but I'm not depressed. I'm just like, I can't get anything done, And so the first three just tried to prescribe me antidepressants. I tried that. It made me sick as shit. So I was done with that. The fourth one heard my whole story out, man, like over an hour. And she started me with a very small dosage of Adderall, and then worked my way up. And dude, I mean, it tremendously changed my way of life, and the way that
Adderall.
yeah, yep, Adderall and Vyvanse.
Yeah, I heard that stuff is like NZT. You ever seen that movie with
NZT.
with Bradley Cooper?
Oh, Limitless.
Yeah,
Yeah, great movie.
yeah. It's kind of like not obviously as extreme as that, but kind of, right?
Yeah, not as extreme as that, man. But yeah, when I'm on my medicine, man, I mean, I feel the way they say normal people feel. Like I can
Man,
actually process stuff, and when I'm with you, I'm present with you, and I'm not thinking about all my tabs up top and like what I gotta do over here, and like, hold on real quick, man, let me get a water, and
oh wow, oh, that's interesting. See,
yeah.
I've never like, I don't know, bro. Like I feel like we've interacted enough, and I've never noticed. Like I felt like you always like had your attention and you were focused. I never felt like that scattered. I don't know. Maybe that one time at the boxing thing. Now that I think about it,
Okay.
yeah, because you had like a lot of questions.
Okay. I do be
Yeah,
asking a lot of questions,
yeah. I
man.
think like you had like a lot of questions, and then I was like, all right, so now all you gotta do is just pay attention and do like this, and don't worry about all that stuff till later or something like that. Now that I think about it, but it still didn't like. I mean, I could be like that. Like I'm just excited to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, oh, what about this? What about like? I'm just excited. So like, that's why that might not even count. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I would do. I don't know, but I don't experience what you just described though.
I would like to figure out how to put your face right up near the camera, because I feel like I'm looking down the whole time.
Oh, really? Do I look far?
No, I'm talking. So I want, because I want to look at you, but every time I actually look at me, I notice my eyes are down. You know what I mean? So I'm
Oh,
trying to.
oh, you know what you got to do? You just got to look at your camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at the camera. Because if you do look at me, it looks like I'm looking at you more.
Yeah.
And I guess for the sake of these podcasts, it looks better versus like
Yeah.
me looking at the screen.
I'd rather look at you, bro. But looking at this black hole
You
up
can go
here,
back
you know
and
what I'm
forth,
saying?
I see you out the corner of my eye.
Okay.
I can't see like how handsome you are, but like I know you're there.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro.
So real estate, bro, how long you been doing it?
I got licensed April of last year.
Cool. That's a
Yep.
while. Okay, so like a year and a half.
Yep.
And so how would you say like, I mean, what's that experience been like? I would like to get in the real estate game. I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I need to go get a real estate license to make moves.
It depends on what you want to do. I mean, if I could do it all over again, I would have done it exactly how I did it, because
Okay.
I really like where I'm at right now.
Bet.
But like really, because the getting my real estate license has allowed me to network with so many different people. Really is it's just got me into the room. And even now, bro, like I'm doing roofing mainly, so like I don't even you got to put time into it, you know what I mean? But what in real estate do you want to do?
By the way, I love real estate for you though.
Okay, thanks, bro. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I love it for you. And I think I love it for me at some level. I think earlier when you were talking about how you want to own a house to live in the house, I think for me, I like renting, but I also want to own homes that I can go stay in whenever I want to because they're mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I use them as investment assets that generate monthly revenue. So they pay for themselves and maybe they can pay a little bit my rent too.
Yeah. So some of the wealthiest people that I know personally, um, they they have rentals that they will Airbnb, and they'll
Hmm.
actually like schedule their vacations with their family like
Hmm.
the next year, and then they'll just block off that time so where nobody can rent it out. And you know, the rest of the year they're not only paying their mortgage on that spot, but they're making money on it too. So it's that's my goal.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
So
I
you
don't
want to
think.
get some rental properties?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. I want to have some in Delaware and Florida and Tennessee. That's my goal.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because my wife's family, my wife and all her family, they're all from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then Delaware, bro, you know, listen, I love Delaware. I just don't want to live there. But I love Delaware. I love the people in Delaware. You know, bro, I know if I come back there today, I know how people treat me in Delaware, bro. People treat me really good. People make me feel really good, and I feel at home there. I just don't like the weather, and um I don't like there's not a lot to do, bro. There's not a lot to do in Delaware, and I also the water is like I like the beach, but I don't like the water so cold and it's like I can't see.
Hmm. How close are you to the water now?
4 miles, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, and I
That's
was four
awesome.
miles East Atlantic, 4 miles from the ocean. So now I'm 4 miles again.
And it's clear. It's clear water.
Yeah, it's
Nice. That's
clear and it's
beautiful,
warm. I
man.
could go get in right now,
Mm,
and it's December 14th.
that's beautiful, man. I love
Yeah,
Florida.
you do, huh?
I do. Yeah.
You got to come down here and get a rental property down here too.
I know, right?
Get one in Orlando, and now they have the Bright Line train that shoots straight from Fort Lauderdale or Aventura
Mm,
straight to Orlando.
okay.
So, you know, Christmas, we're going to Orlando. We're just getting on the Bright Line train, slide on up, can work on my laptop on the way up there, watch a movie or chill. You know, one thing, the thing I dislike the most about here, bro, is the driving, bro. The drivers, the way people drive here. It's like New York, New Jersey. It's so, so bad. And it's like, man, you better stay focused, bro. That's all I can say. I've been here down here in South Florida 2 years now, over 2 years. And yeah,
So have you
yeah.
been in the same spot in 2 years?
Nah, we moved here, bro. We lived in like one of the worst neighborhoods in the whole city of Fort Lauderdale, bro.
Mm,
And it was like I've never lived in something like that. Like I've only been places like that, like in passing, you know, when I was younger doing stuff. I've never lived anywhere like that. Like lived in it every
yeah.
day for 8 months, day in, day out.
Yeah.
And it was the worst. It was the worst. And I just feel really bad for having my wife there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a horrible experience. And we got out of there. Now we live in the nicest place I ever lived. And went
Okay.
from the worst place I ever lived to the nicest place I ever lived. So now where I live now, it's really nice. Got like beautiful pool and amenities and gym and all that cool stuff. And apartments, nice size. It's clean, washer dryer, you know, balconies. It's cool.
That's wonderful, man.
High ceilings, you know, and chilling. So way nicer than EA too. And the location is great because I can be in the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, bro, in like 7 minutes, and I can be downtown Fort Lauderdale 7 minutes. I can be on the beach in the sand 10 minutes. You know, maybe 9 minutes. North Miami's 25 minutes, Sunny Isles 25 minutes, Lauderdale by the sea. So like the actual location of where we live is like super clutch because I got access to a lot of big areas right from where I'm from, and I'm kind of just off in the cut.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's amazing, man. That's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. I like it. I like it. I mean, yeah,
Everything's big there, man. That's what
it's
I
big.
noticed.
It's like
Everything is
one giant
big.
thing that never ends. Like from Miami to like uh all the way up to like West Palm, bro. It's like one giant never-ending city. It's so huge. And I love it because all I see is opportunity, dog. That's all I see.
That's
All I
nice.
see is people, and I have an opportunity to impact their lives or and change their lives, or they're gonna change mine or both.
Yeah.
And I'm out to find these people. I can't wait to meet them. You
Yes.
know, I'm
Yeah.
excited every day about who am I gonna meet next.
That's awesome, man. That's a great
Yeah,
mentality, bro. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah, man. I
You should
love.
be sharing. You should be sharing that message, man, because more people need to think that, dude. More people are so like, oh my god, today sucks. Oh my god, today, looking up and forward, um, because God's working for us, man, and He's gonna present the people in your life that you need to meet and that need to meet you.
Bro, the mindset is crucial for sure. The mindset is crucial. Like, you gotta really train your mind, and you gotta use techniques to train your mind, because like, you're gonna have those moments of fear, doubt, uncertainty, FUD, right?
But
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You're gonna have those moments of insecurity. You're gonna have those moments, and what are you gonna do when they show up in your face and they don't stop bothering you? Those intrusive thoughts. You have to be prepared and have techniques ready to get your mind right.
yeah, what kind of techniques do you use?
So, a few different things. One thing is deep breathing. Another thing is self-talk. I just get myself riled up sometimes speaking out loud. Like, man, you know what? It's all good. I'll tell you why it's all good. It's all good because such and such and such. And I'm gonna such and such and such anyway. So you know
Yep.
what? Da da da. So I just kind of take like an aggressive, offensive like approach sometimes. But sometimes, bro, I might feel really, really beat down, and I can't even muster up. I can't even muster it up. Or maybe I'm just so frustrated and upset that I'm overly emotional in my feelings, my reactions, right?
Mm.
And times like that, bless you. Times like that, I have videos that I'll listen to or watch, like on YouTube, that I keep saved that can pull me out of it.
Real
I have,
quick.
I have people that I know I can call, and there's people on Instagram that I follow, bro, that are enduring some of the most unfortunate circumstances. And sometimes you might be having a rough day, and you just go ahead and resort to mindlessly scrolling. And guess what? You see that somebody, and you're like, damn, like, he over here. I'm like, and I'm bitching. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I'm like, and
Yes.
I'm bitching for what? Like,
Yes.
stop it. Like, she wishes all she had to. Like, bro, are you
I'll
serious?
take my
Like,
problems any
you
day,
got it
man.
so good, bro. Like,
Yep.
what are you doing? And
Yes.
all of a sudden, you see the world different. And all of a sudden, it's not, a bad hour doesn't mean a bad day. A bad day doesn't mean a bad year. A bad 5 years don't mean a bad life either. It might seem like it when you're going through it, but you know, I went through quite a few bad years, and I'll tell you what, I love my life story. You know what I'm saying? And I love my life, and it's special. And I'm I'm glad I made it through all that stuff, because, bro, like, if I would have gave up, bro, I would have missed out. You feel
Yeah,
me? I would
man.
have missed
Don't
out
ever
on
give up.
like so many special moments, bro. You feel me?
Yep. I do feel you, bro.
And I reference that too. If I'm struggling, and it's like, so asking myself questions like, so are we giving up? What are we doing right now? What are we doing? Are we quitting? Remember, remember back when you wanted to quit and you decided not to, and you realized you didn't want to quit? Look what happened. A lot of good stuff, right? What makes you
Yep.
think it wouldn't go like that again? So I just
Yeah.
have those type of talks, bro.
Yeah. Also, there's been times where like I felt like I quit, but also it was like just a door that I needed to close, and I needed to, um, quitting's not always bad. You know what I mean? Um,
Now,
but one door closes,
quit
man, two more
smoking.
open. Quit smoking? Yeah, I know. I've been chain smoking cigarettes lately, bro. It's no good.
You can quit that.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not just about quitting. Every time you throw away a bad thing, you don't leave the slot empty, bro. You put a good thing in.
Yep.
That's the thing too. Even all those rehab places, they're like, man, I never subscribed to that. I'm always an addict. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not
No.
always that. You're not that.
Yeah.
You're not that anymore because you didn't like forget sobriety. You know what I'm saying? You didn't replace addiction with sobriety. You replace addiction with the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Sobriety isn't the opposite. It's just not doing something bad. Like people come out of jail. Yo, how you been? Man, just, staying out of trouble. You're just staying out of trouble, bro. That's what you're doing out here. You came out of jail to just
That
not
must
go
be
back to
hard,
jail.
bro.
No,
Glad
but
you're filling your time so good, man.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? But bro,
Yeah.
like people have that mindset. Like regular people have that mindset of I'm just. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, don't just do anything, bro. Don't just do anything. Like today's all you got, do it. Don't make it small.
Yep.
It's big. If they said all you had left was today, it wouldn't just be today. It'd be big day. This is your last one. Every day's a big day, bro. Bro, just like repetitively starting your days off with mantras, bro. Like all these things are techniques, dog, to keep your mind right.
Yeah. I
Keep you
love the
moving, bro.
affirmations, man. The affirmations are where it's at, bro.
You gotta, bro. It sounds like so corny, bro, but you gotta just keep seeing it and saying it and believing in it, bro. That's bro. Everybody that comes up for real, that they all have that in common, bro. Like they don't do like the people that really crush it in life, bro. They like that shit not by accident, dog. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, even if you hit the lottery, like you probably played the lottery, you didn't buy one ticket, bro. You've been playing the lottery. You've been playing the lottery, and you got to hit it. Good for you.
You do gotta play to win.
I've never bought a single lottery ticket in my life. I can't say I ever will, right? But if you hit the lottery, hey, that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't believe in gambling, man. Gambling
No,
yourself. Gambling
no,
yourself. Bet
no,
on
but
yourself.
somebody's gonna hit it though. You know what I mean? Like somebody's gonna hit it. I'm just not gonna invest. I'm just not gonna invest on that path personally, right? I'm gonna choose a higher because the percentage is so low, right? Like, yeah, you can win. Like, what's how many people win? You know what I mean? most people just spend money.
Yeah, most of them end up like going bankrupt anyway, man, because they
And
don't
there's
know
no
how to manage
skill.
it. They
Yeah,
don't know how to manage it.
there's no real skill to playing the lottery. You just go pick numbers. Like
Yep.
I want proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do X, Y, and Z, then Q happens. Like, so if I do more of that, more of this happens.
Yep.
Okay, now how can I make that happen without me having to do as much to make that happen? You know what I mean? Like I prefer those type of routes than gambling. So yeah, investment real estate, man. And then the roofing company, I feel like so you have your own roofing company, correct?
I do not. No, I'm a consultant for a company out of Dover.
Yep. Well, so you don't even have to work on the roof.
No, I'm not an installer. I do though.
God.
Actually, recently I started doing my own tarps. So like if I help somebody out through a claim and I'm waiting for the insurance to come out and inspect it and all that, I got to make sure the roof is protected in the meantime. So like I tarp it up for them, which is more than just throwing a tarp up there. You got to kind of like do it right, or else you can jack up the roof. But
so how old's your son?
He's 9.
Oh wow, he's a big boy, huh? 9.
Yes, sir.
Third grade, right?
4th. Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
Is that your only kid?
Currently, yes.
Is he your twin?
Yeah, he's my mini-me, man. For real.
Is he?
Yeah.
That must be so fun.
Yeah, it is, man. How come you ain't got none yet?
I bet you're a super fun dad.
I try to be. He doesn't always think so, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's stubborn, man. If you give him an inch, they take a mile, bro, and that's the truth. That's the truth.
Man, I feel like you'd be a fun dad, man.
I am fun, man. We wrestle.
You know what I'm saying?
We play a lot,
Yo, you got to put him in jiu-jitsu, bro.
Yeah, I've been wanting to put him in martial arts for a couple years now. I just haven't done it. He is wrestling this year, but
well, he's good. Let him do that. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's lit. Did you wrestle in high school?
I did. Yeah.
Ooh, you bad boy, huh?
Yes, sir.
How many years you wrestle?
I wrestled from 8th grade, and then I actually wrestled JV in college, bro. But the
Wow,
guy that was in front of me,
bro.
varsity, the guy that was in front of me, man, that was only for a couple weeks, bro. But the guy that was in front of me like went to the finals in D3 as the heavyweight in the nation. So I was his dummy for a couple weeks. But yeah, man, I love wrestling, bro. There ain't no sport like that will push you. You know, it's you against you.
Bro, I did not know you were a legit wrestler.
Uh, I'm aight. I'm aight.
So, bro, like, what about wrestling? Are you going to be involved in coaching with your kid? Are you interested in, like, getting back, into the wrestling scene and being a part of his growth in wrestling? You must be.
Yes, yeah. So like I coach him at home, and the coaches here in town, they're great, man. They're awesome. Actually, one of his coaches was one of my coaches back in the day, which is like
Wow.
cool as shit though that I get to see him work with him. And they said that I can help out. I just gotta have my wrestling shoes. I went in my mom's attic and grabbed them, but they're all moldy and jacked up,
Make sure you
like
stretch.
falling apart. So I actually got some ordered already. They should be here next week.
Make sure you stretch, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. Stretching's key, man. You got to get loosey goosey.
That's lit, man.
Yeah, bro.
Dang. So what's your shit in wrestling?
Uh, Defense. Honestly, I'm not on the attack, bro. I think if you wait for your opponent, he'll make a mistake. And you just got to capitalize on that. Definitely not an expert, bro. But I do love it. I only got pinned 3 times in high school. That's like I don't have a shitload of victories, bro. But
What were your best takedowns?
Do the duck under, bro. Duck under
Yeah.
was my number 1, man.
So you just take them to Suplex City or what, bro?
Yeah. Grab the elbow, feel it, pop under, and then.
Was you just suplexing guys, bro?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, that's lit.
Yeah, man. I like a good. I don't even know what it's called, but get grappled up, and then the leg behind the other leg.
My biggest fear in a fight would be to be suplexed.
Have you ever been suplexed?
No.
Dude, it's scary, bro.
I know. I've been like where I could be suplexed and they don't suplex me because they're nice. You know what I'm saying?
They lay you down gently.
Yeah. I've had people to where I could suplex them too, and I don't though in training.
Yeah, it's dangerous, man. I mean, I've seen people get jacked up, man. Like altering injuries.
Yeah, like even high crotches where you raise them up real high too. I've had people up like all the way, and then I just put them down. But I'm like, just a strong posture lifting somebody up, like when I was grappling a lot. Cool feeling because it's like all, leverage. Like you're not using strength to do it. You're just using like your hips and your positioning and just legs, and boom, like you got under someone just the right way, and you can just posture up and take them on a ride. It's a really cool feeling.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know that there was like adult like wrestling leagues that you can get into, and like Greco-Roman wrestling, and like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But you've been doing the BJJ thing for like ever, bro. How long you been doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I started that, bro, in 2016, bro. In like March 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, but sadly, I had a bad injury back in 2019. And so I've been pretty inactive with grappling. So I was like super active, like full-time training for like 3 years. And then my back got messed up real bad. And I herniated a disc in my back.
Do you still got that?
Yeah, it's way better now, but it took like 2 years. Yeah, I didn't get surgery, but bro, like you're never the same after that. Like I'm cool though. Like I'm good. Like I've grappled this year probably a dozen times. Yeah, but now I hurt my shoulder real bad.
Okay.
So, yeah, my shoulder. I'm pretty sure I tore tendon in my shoulder. I got to go get an MRI and get it checked out, but it's all good, bro. You just pivot, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
you just go find other things to focus on, because there's a lot of work to do always. It's always a lot of work to do. So we'll get that sorted out. We're not going to worry and stress about that. But for an example, that's one thing that, like, you know, sometimes I'm like salty about it. You know, I'm salty about it because I'm like, damn, I mean, I messed it up really good. And I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, but it is what it is. We'll get it sorted out. And when we get it sorted out, we'll have accomplished a ton of other really important things that we wanted to accomplish in the meantime. And that's the way I live my life. And that's what the back injury taught me. Actually, that back injury was like probably a bigger learning experience for me than prison was, bro. Like, that was like the darkest time of my life ever. And so, you know, gained a lot of perspective from that experience. So now it's like we're gonna quit. What are we doing here? We're gonna go down the dark hole of sadness. Like, no, of course not, bro. We got shit to do. There's plenty we can do. We'll get it done, and we'll get that taken care of too. And that's how we'll think about it.
Yep. Is that because your identity was wrapped up in working out? And
yeah, and I worked really hard to create that identity, because the identity before that really wasn't much of anything. So I like gave my all to building that. And it took so much effort just to have it just literally like, nope, gone. You don't get to have that anymore, because you are what you do on a day-to-day. You know, you are what you do on a day-to-day. You know, show me someone's schedule and I know everything I need to know. You know, show me a schedule for the past year and the next year. And
yep, you're not wrong.
That's everything I need to see about this version of this person.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I don't have a schedule at all, and I'm just like into the void, and I was constantly just in excruciating pain. So yeah, but I love grappling, bro. And do you like watch NCAA wrestling?
I don't watch it. I don't watch it religiously, but I go through periods, man, where I'm all about it. But yeah, I like watching when they get down to the championships and the top wrestlers.
Flow wrestling is really good too. And your kid's been in it for what, a year?
Last year was his first year. Yeah.
How'd he do?
He did awesome, man.
I bet.
Yeah, he went. I forget his record, but I mean, he only lost like 3 or 4 times, and we did all the tournaments and everything. He won quite a few tournaments.
Wow, dude, that's so awesome that you have him in that at 9, bro. Like, what a blessing.
The kid is like so athletically gifted, man. It's crazy. God really, I had to work hard for like every single sport I ever played. I was not naturally athletic. I was clumsy, dude. I'm still clumsy. Yeah, he's just like really coordinated, and he picks stuff up fast. So this year we're doing basketball and wrestling, actually. So, you know, not going to be doing as many tournaments this year, but football, soccer, baseball. I mean, he played baseball 1 year. He was like the leadoff hitter and played center field. And he made the all-star team. Never played before. And soccer, he played last year. It was his first year, man. He led the team in goals, and they went to the championship and won. He's sports is his thing, you know. But I'm trying to get him to be passionate about, like, you know, learning, not just sports. So that's the opportunity for growth there.
Well, you know, it's not about the actual game itself, right? Like, it's about the process, commitment you go through, the hard work, the tenacity that you go through to get good at it. And be committed and stick with something and compete, bro. Like, because we gotta, bro, listen, life's a competition, dog. Like, come on. You know, these prices going up. What you either gonna, everything's too expensive, or you can be like, yo, I guess I gotta make more money.
Yep.
Because they're not about to charge you any less money because you're complaining and you're sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, it's so like, bro, like nobody's charging you less because you're talking about this, bro.
Yeah, I don't believe in problems, man. I believe in solutions, bro.
So best thing you can do is what? Make more money, you know? And sports, so like wrestling, football, like martial arts. Yeah, man, they teach you like wrestling. They teach you getting grinded out, stuck in bad spots. Like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go. I can't. Yes, you're gonna keep going. And it's mental training too, sports, bro. I think athletes have tons of advantage over non-athletes.
Yep, me too.
I also think that what can be disadvantageous for them is when they get, unless you're trying to really be committed to being the best in the world, then you just get caught up in the game that you're playing, right? Versus like what you're creating from playing the game in yourself. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like that.
yeah. So, teaching financial literacy, bro, to 10-year-olds. Dude, 10-year-olds are smart. Like, there's kids out there that can play Beethoven's Fifth at 10 years old. They can learn some basic financial skills, bro. They can learn how to set up a Shopify store. You know what I mean? They can learn, like, we're in the digital revolution right now, bro. Like, kids can be making money and be making good money by 15 and just start them at 10. Start them at 10, put everything in your name and
Yeah.
let them put in work day by day and learn stuff.
Yeah. So, bro, you never really told me, man. What is your goal with this podcast that you're doing, bro? Like, what's your ultimate end all be all? What are you trying to do?
It's just, bro, I'm just leaving footprints, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Leaving footprints for myself and my guests.
Okay.
Just having interactions that stick around in the digital universe, bro, for forever. And hopefully people take something away from it that makes a positive impact on them.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I think you should when I looked up your Facebook, I didn't even know where to find the podcast at. And I know the other day I had seen a little clip of the gentleman that you had talked to the other I forget his name now, but what was his name?
Kenny,
yeah. I watched a little bit of that, and he seems like a beast.
Oh yeah, dude, he's legit.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's like, me meeting him like definitely set me in a trajectory here too. He pointed me in like the right direction on some things that led to other things So yeah, that's my boy. Kenny's cool. Kenny's cool as shit.
That's awesome, man.
He had a great story. I don't know how much of it you listened to, but yeah, he's overcome a lot, bro. Like, he's overcome a lot that I didn't know. And I might have never known some of that stuff. I would have never known, like, got to have that picture. Like, I might have never had that conversation with him, but he was like, yo, because I like posting videos and stuff. He's like, yo, man, we should do a podcast or something. And I'm like, all right. And like,
damn right.
3 months later, I'm like, yo, you want to be on my podcast?
That's awesome.
I didn't even have a name for it when I had him on. I'm like, you're on, and I'm like, I don't even know what this is called yet. But now I have a name, Blues World Podcast.
Blues World Podcast.
Yeah, we out here.
We out here.
302, baby.
What's the area code down there?
954, but my phone number is 302 all day.
Okay. I love that.
954, and then they got 305. Yeah. Broward County's 954. Dade County's 305.
Dayton County.
Dade
County.
Dade County.
Yeah. Miami-Dade Police, bro. That CSI Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, but you like Florida, huh?
I love Florida, bro. It was awesome.
You want to live here?
I would live there. Yeah, absolutely. My plan is to have a home down there one day that I'm renting out, and then I also go and visit.
So you would visit here and live in Delaware?
I mean, ideally, I would live in Colorado. I would visit Delaware and visit Florida.
Okay, Colorado's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I haven't been out there yet, but I'm going to.
I would like to visit Colorado. Yeah, the United States has a lot of. I've never been to California either. I want to go out there. Too bad it's just like so shitty on the political end of things. Like, you couldn't even go there without a vaccine, I didn't get vaccinated.
I didn't know that.
No, no,
Is
bro.
that
You didn't know
is
that
that
about
still
Cali, bro?
is that still the case?
Cali's like communist country. You couldn't go into the mall without the vaccine. You couldn't go out to eat without the vaccine. Yeah. At
Yeah.
one point, you couldn't even fly from Florida to California because they were like beefing with Florida
Okay.
over the vaccine, over mandates. We
Yeah.
saw how that turned out.
COVID's a big conversation, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That was another reason I had to get out of Delaware too, because they were tripping about COVID.
Are you political?
I guess so. I guess like things I say, but I don't know. Like I think things I say, like if I say I'm pro men, right? Is that political? I don't know. I
I
guess you
don't
could
think
make it
so.
political. You could make it political, right?
Yeah, I
And
think
if
you
I
could
say,
probably make anything political, man.
if I'm a conservative and I say to a liberal that I'm pro men, and it's a gay man, I mean, I think
He's
gay
probably
men.
pro
I
man
think
too.
I think gay men are pretty pro men. Yes or no? You see what I'm
I would
saying?
say so.
So it's like, am I gonna offend? Am I gonna offend them when I say I'm pro men? No. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. Maybe the more we talk about what that means, it could, you know,
Yeah,
but I'm pro men, I'm pro family. You know what I'm
me
saying?
too. Yeah, pro family.
I'm pro family.
But you're also pro women too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pro women, I'm pro human, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
pro human.
You know what I'm saying? Uh
I think the fact that we have to think about what we're gonna say may offend someone is like a complicated dilemma for our just our time period, man. I mean, it's where we're at, but just people are just so easily offended. Um, you know,
I think I give a lot of room for people, bro, like when they have a different view than me, and I'm like, I understand how you got to that point, but I very much disagree with it. And it just boils down to we've got different morals, we've got different mindsets, and um
that's okay.
that's okay. But I think that usually I think I have a strong moral, I think I have strong morals, and I think I have a strong mindset compared to compared to people that don't share those mindsets and values. It's like I listen and I'm like, I get how you got there, and it sounds like, you know, you're just like choosing to be really soft,
Yep.
you know, and that's how you got there. And I understand that you're choosing to be really soft, and that's just how you're gonna be, and I understand that. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
understand that and it's not all like that simple, Spencer, but
There's a lot that goes into it, man.
you
Like
know,
everything.
yeah, like, but when it comes to what you can and can't say, and the censorship, and you know, like the COVID thing, bro, like uh th- there was a time where it's like, if I don't get vaccinated, I'm bad, but I'm over here way before COVID telling people they shouldn't eat this and they shouldn't smoke that and they should eat these foods and they should exercise and they should do all these things, and all of a sudden I'm someone who's bad for other people's health. I don't know about that. Like, how is everyone suddenly so sure about that? Um, well, the CDC, and it's like, yeah, well, this, like, okay, like, I'm not sure the CDC is sure. I think they could just be saying they're sure, like they have before, and then they're like, actually, like they're not all knowing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they could know yet. So
I think
I
they
think I'll
probably
just
did their
hold
best.
off. I think I'll hold off. You
Yeah.
know?
I think they probably did their best. I don't think, I mean, we had never experienced anything like that before. It's I feel bad for the you know, for the people that actually lost someone that they had due to it.
Can you see me still?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, cool. Um, so I read something earlier, and me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, maybe not. Let's see here. Oh, here it goes here. So I read this story earlier from this book called this book was called one second here. Oh, maybe I don't have it. Thought I did. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, the psychology of persuasion. That's the name of the book, right? And
Okay.
it's written by a guy named Robert B. Cialdini, and he told this story about the conformity experiments, right? Back in the 1950s, this guy, Solomon Asch, conducted a series of experiments to investigate the extent to which social pressure from a majority group could affect a person to conform. And in the experiment, a group of participants was shown a card with a line on it, followed by another card with 3 lines on it, labeled A, B, and C. So one of these lines was clearly the same length as the line on the first card, and the participants were then asked to say aloud which line matched the length of the line on the first card. This was the catch, that in each group, all but one of the participants were confederates of the experimenters, so they were in on it, and they'd been instructed to give the wrong answer on some of the trials. And the real participants were unaware of this, they were seated in a way that they would answer last. So what he found was that a significant number of the participants conformed to the majority, even though the correct answer was obvious. These participants were willing to ignore what they could plainly see and go along with the group to avoid the discomfort of being different, even when the group was obviously wrong. So this experiment demonstrated the power of social proof, which is a psychological and social phenomena where people copy the actions of others, like in an attempt to undertake behavior in a given situation.
Yeah.
And this illustrates the principle of social proof in influence and persuasion, and highlights how people's decisions and opinions can be significantly swayed by the actions and beliefs of others, particularly in situations where the course of action is uncertain.
That's good, bro. We've been taught for thousands of years, man, that we must conform and we must be liked by society, dude, to make it, bro. I mean, if you think back in the day where there was only like 1,000 people in a community, man, if you weren't liked, or if you did some shit that was awful and they kicked you out into the woods and the wilderness,
bro, they did. They were
dead,
savages.
dog.
You seen Vikings?
I've seen the first episode. I ain't got time right now to dive into that, but I heard it's great.
You seen Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Come on, bro. Like
Jon Snow, bro.
Come on, bro. They would, bro. And people would still steal.
Okay.
People would still go like, dude, go ahead.
Okay, so that is still like in our DNA, bro. We've been programmed to, like, in order to survive, and also not survive but thrive, we must be liked, you know. And now when you're not liked by society, you know, you're not sent out to die. Now it just feels like death. Right. You know?
Right. Yeah, because we're tribal, man, and being socially accepted and included and recognized is something that everyone wants, man. And to just like be an outcast, like most people couldn't handle like being an outcast. I know that'd be something hard for me in particular. Like some people they're just more introverted. They good on their own. Yeah, I'm a social one, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Too,
I ain't trying to be outed. I ain't trying to be not allowed into the gate. You know, I ain't trying to just be out on my own. I think I would go a little cuckoo, bro. For real.
Yeah, isolation, bro. There's a reason. It's like the worst form of punishment, man.
Yeah. For some people, it's really bad. For some people, it's really bad. I did 10 days in the hole. But
Mm,
my boy was in the cell next to me, and my big homie Craig, and we talked through the vent all day. So I really wasn't by myself. But I didn't come out only like for 10 days. I came out, I think, 5 times to take a shower, and that was it. Because it was January. Like, I'm not going outside for 30 minutes on the basketball court just to go stand out there and freeze. Like, I just stayed in that tiny little 6x8
yes.
for 10 days with talking to him through the vent. I had a Bible and I had the mirror, and I was definitely having full-blown conversations with myself in the mirror, and this tiny little shitty mirror that like you can't even barely see your reflection in. And I'm just in there like counting the days. How many
Yeah.
exact days do I have left? And I just try to come up with the shortest way possible. And now I still had like probably 20 months to go or something like that. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so long. It was
Mm,
long when it was happening because I was younger too. So time, you don't experience time the same way. Time's slower when you're younger.
yeah. You only have so much time in your life to compare it to.
Now it flies, you know. Exactly. That's a real thing. We experience time differently, which means time actually moves faster for older people
Hmm. Interesting.
because
Yeah.
it's experience, it's consciousness. Like, you're experiencing time in your reality at a different rate.
You follow Elon Musk?
Yeah.
You follow Joe Rogan?
Yes.
Nice. Do you believe that time travel is possible in the future?
I believe that anything is possible, and I believe that time travel exists already because I believe in dimensions, and I believe that celestial beings have access to different dimensions, and I believe that one day we'll have access, and I believe that we'll get access not through technology though. I believe
Okay.
we'll get access from uh our souls leaving our bodies and becoming one with God and receiving access to the secrets of the multiverse.
Oh, yes. Now this is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
That's my belief system.
okay. And where did you that last part, spirits leaving the body, do you have some studies that or some books that led
Yeah,
you to
my
that?
wife's super into NDEs, like
NDEs.
near death experiences where people die and come back to life.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there was a documentary movie that just came out, which like wasn't news to her when we went to see it because she already knew about all their stuff way more than the
Okay.
movie showed. So she's really into that. And there is like a trend. So, spotting trends is a real thing when it comes to anything that you do
Mm-hmm.
that you're trying to learn about. Um, so there is a recognizable trend with people that die and come back to life and having the same or similar experience, and it being very unique to that, right? Because you could talk, well, like, oh, well, when you smoke DMT, it's like the same thing, and it's like, nah, it's not. It's
Mm.
not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's an experience. It's an out of body experience. So I've heard. I've never tried it. I don't know if that's something I'd ever want to try or not.
Yeah,
Still,
I wouldn't want to try that.
but but I think I have lucid dreams, and those are out of body experiences too.
Hmm.
So um I think that I don't know, bro. Like, how real is it? When I'm having a lucid dream, am I in a different dimension? Like, if I died right then and there while having that dream, like, do I just keep going? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the unknown, bro. That's the mysteries of the Most High. So, I just keep a Bible based belief system. I understand that I'm never gonna understand everything, but I'm still gonna try to make sense as much as I can to understand. The Bible says, seek wisdom and gain understanding. So, you know,
Yep.
you got to keep striving to gain as much of that as you can. Knowing, you know, you should set impossible goals, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you should set impossible goals. So, um, yeah, I base it around that, but I think it all kind of ties in, bro. Like, you go watch, you know, the Avengers and stuff, and it's like, yeah, one day Jesus is gonna crack open an interdimensional portal, and he's gonna say, come on, we out. And I don't think that sounds any more or less crazy than just random people that say, well, you know, I have my higher power, and I just believe that my higher power is gonna 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, you know, and but you're just saying that, like, you don't even have anything, you don't have any like Bible, or it's different when you're discussing with like a Muslim, because they do actually believe stuff, right? And like, here's their books, and then you can have that debate. But with someone who just is like, it's like someone who's like says they can fight, you know, it's like I can fight, and it's like, what makes you think you can? No. Well, I've never lost a fight. And it's like, well, who'd you fight though? Like, well, you know, they go, you'll fought other people that can't fight. And that makes you think you can fight. Like, does that make sense? And you can have that kind of approach to talking about Jesus. You can have that kind of approach introducing people to the gospel when they're just kind of like saying whatever. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
believe in the higher power, and it's just my higher power, and it's just my interpretation. It's like, well, why don't you tell me more about that? You know, well, it's just my belief system. Like, well, I'd like to understand your belief system, if that's okay. You know, like, make
Yeah.
them talk to where they like the admission of I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about comes out.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of times where I don't know what I'm talking about, man. But I think people want to know. I think people want, you know, we gotta understand. I agree with you that we're not supposed to understand everything, man. It's beyond our comprehension.
Yeah.
But we are supposed to. That's why having faith in Source is so great, bro.
Yeah.
That he's working all the details out for us. But
Yeah.
I'm Team JC as well.
Yeah. It brings a lot of peace too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got without that core system, because you know, I got a really devout Christian brother, and man, he's so devoted, and he holds me accountable just in the sense of, Blue, you could do better, you know? And I'm like, yeah, bro, you know, so can you, bro, right? But he does way better than me, though. That's the thing, right? Like, he
Okay,
tries way harder. He's just way more on it, bro. And
that's his journey. You know what I
it's
mean?
just yeah, but bro, like, you know, he's like, he demonstrates higher levels of commitment than I do. And that's just what it is. And I can,
From what I'm hearing, bro, it sounds like there's a part of you that would like to commit a little bit more.
I mean, I feel like if I did, then I would, you know. So I admire him and I appreciate him, and I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm definitely one day at a time, as much as I try to plan. But bro, like, I'll say this. There's a lot of things that I don't do and don't say because I'm a believer. And there's a lot of things I do and say because I'm a believer. And
Absolutely.
I wouldn't do and not do a lot of those things if I wasn't a believer. I would not be a good person if I wasn't a believer. You know, I don't even think I'm a good person, but I would be, like, by worldly standards, I'd be pretty rotten.
You don't think you're a good person, bro?
No. I think Christ is good. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm only saved by grace, and I'm only made clean and good through the blood of Christ. But I think that if I didn't have that core belief system in place, that by worldly standards, I think by worldly standards, I'm a good person, right? I think by worldly standards, I would not be a good person if I didn't have spiritual morals and values. I know for a fact I wouldn't, because I don't care then. You see what I'm saying? There's no accountability. When I die, I'm not going to go in front of God Almighty and have to answer for my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't that. If I don't believe in that at all, then it doesn't matter. Just whatever.
Yeah, this is all just accident.
Just whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't like there's nothing, there's no accountability. It's a live your life, no accountability, and the only accountability you receive is here, and you can escape any accountability because you just die and cease to exist. So it's just like you can just easy out, just at any time, and that's why we got suicide and stuff like that, because people self-delete. And if they had that core system in place, um I think that would change the curve. you know I think that would change the curve a lot. I know that would change the curve a lot. I'm not saying that people still couldn't suffer a horrible moment, and in the last moments, like, get a chance to pray and say oops, but I think overall it would change the curve of that too. You know
That's
what I'm
what
saying?
that's what my real mission is, man, is to be able to help that person right there that is thinking that thing, man.
Yeah.
Is in that moment, dude. Because
Yeah.
I know so many people personally that have been affected by it, man, and I've been affected by it, and
Yeah.
I've had those thoughts, and they're awful, man, and that's the
Yeah.
devil, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I've been there too, bro. I never thought I'd be there. I couldn't believe I was there. I thought I would never be there. I couldn't understand how people even get there. And when I went through that thing with my back, bro, I was in so much pain all the time, and I just like felt like I was washed and it was over, and I had all those
worthless.
horribly intrusive thoughts that were just really, really, really nasty, and just pouring into my mind each and every day. And they were triggered by the physical pain and the lack of anything to replace what I lost with, and the duration of that. And it just like the being physically broken broke me mentally and spiritually too. And I wasn't built up mentally and spiritually at the time to be able to handle that type of adversity. And so it took me, like, being in an ocean and drowning, swallowing water in the middle of a storm, an actual storm in the actual ocean in Florida. Um, Feet can't touch the water. I'm going under. I'm swallowing water. I'm like, you're drowning right now. And it's like, well, here you go, bro. All those thoughts. Here you go. And it was like, I ain't about it. I ain't about it. And it took 100% maximum effort to not drown that day. And obviously I didn't. And that was a turning point for me, because it's like, okay, you just proved that you're not about that. You just proved that. So we're not even going to entertain a thought like that ever again, because you so bad didn't want to die just now. Like, it's not like you just like, no, I don't want, no, bro. It wasn't just that you didn't want to die, bro. You wanted to live, bro. You wanted to try again. You wanted to try again, like the video game, bro. Try again, reset. You
Yeah.
didn't, you wanted to go again, bro.
Yeah, man. And we ain't out here in no game, bro.
Nah,
We ain't
it's
in
not
no
a game,
bro.
It's not a game.
I don't like it when people say the game of life, bro, because it's not a game, man. It's so serious, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with me, bro. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you failed at that, dude. I'm glad you're here, man.
Me too.
Yeah, you're a great dude. You're a beautiful dude, man. You got compassion for people, man, and for helping people, man. It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, you too, bro. Right back at you, dog. That's why I wanted to make this happen, man, because I know you're big, bro. I know you're big, and I know you're gonna get bigger, and I know you're gonna have an amazing legacy, bro. And I know I already knew you just making your story, and the road in front of you still a lot longer than the road behind you, bro.
That's
you
it.
know
Yep.
And so
the best is yet to come, man.
yeah, and so just, man, keep going. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to chop it up with me today, man.
Yeah, I think next time I wanna have like a set topic that we're gonna dive into, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you let me know.
Okay.
You let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you get into, whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know, and we'll chop it up.
I think we should talk to the guy that's out here in these streets selling some shit, thinking that he's doing something good, bro. That's the next time. We should try to talk to him and help him out and get his mind right about how there's lots of opportunity out here to make money, man.
Yeah, bro, it
Other
is.
than that,
It is, man. It is.
yep,
No excuses. You don't want to go to jail.
no
You
sir.
don't want to. You don't want to. Most people, I think most people don't really want to hurt people, bro. I think most people would prefer, I think people are just lazy, man. I think they're going to do the quickest, fastest, easiest thing they can. I think it's in our nature to be like that. And that just comes down to people being soft. They don't want to, but it's a lie, like you don't want to get your hands dirty, but you're doing something that's going to dirty you up more than anything. And it might seem a little sweet, but like obviously, from all the movies and all the people in real life that listen, you're not any smarter or better or slick than any of those guys, man. Those guys is better than you at it. So that means any day now is your time. You know what I'm saying? Your time's coming unless you make a change, and you can and you should. And you know what's sad too, bro, is like there's a lot of those guys, bro. This in a criminal lifestyle. It's weird. Like a lot of them aren't really bad guys, bro. You know
They're
what I'm
just trying to
saying?
make it,
A
man.
lot
They're
of
just
them,
trying to make it, bro.
a lot of them aren't really bad guys, bro. Like they don't necessarily feel bad about what they're doing because they're kind of desensitized to it.
Yep.
But you could have conversations with them just like you and I had today, and you could tell that they want to do more, bro. Like they want to do, like they had a dream somewhere and they just ended up like just doing that instead. Whatever that dream was, whether it was to be an athlete or be, famous, like, everybody's, there's nothing wrong with having those dreams either. But it's like,
Being able to pivot, like you
yeah,
said
bro.
earlier.
What are you gonna do in the meantime, though? Like, what are you
Yep.
gonna do? How are you gonna get active in the meantime? Because it can't be this.
Yep.
Like, it can't be this. Like, I know. It's like, oh, well, then you just, you go get high and then you just kind of forget about it. And the next day it's the same routine. And, the inevitable bus is coming. The inevitable bus is coming. They're going to put you on that bus, take you to courthouse, take you down to Georgetown, and you're going to, or wherever you are. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be locked up out here in Broward County. Sheesh. Whoo, I would not want to be out here. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, I would not want to be in trouble out here. Messy. Goodness. And they do. It's crazy out here, bro. Broward County, bro, is the real deal. That's where I live. Broward County is no joke. Broward County, Dade County, bro. Like it really goes down out here differently. Like I've seen some crazy stuff, bro. Like,
what's the craziest thing you've seen in the past 2 weeks, bro?
Bro, like just like a dude at a busy intersection in front of a bank just taking a whole shit. Like at like 9 a.m. Just like taking the morning shit right there in front of like a whole busy intersection. Like that was pretty wild. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen like right in front of a bank, right in front of TD Bank, bro. Like,
taking a shit on the side
taking
of the
a
road.
whole shit, bro. And then he's like wiping his ass with the shirt, and I'm like looking at it, bro. Like dick out, you know what I'm saying? Dick and balls out. Yeah. I'm like, whoa. I wasn't ready for that, bro. I'm just like going to GNC.
Maybe he traveled here from the past, bro, and that's like,
nah, bro. Nah, they out here. They out here on it. They out
that's
here
just
on
how
it.
they do things.
Like, bro, like where we was living at when we was in like the hood area, like there's not a single store or red light or intersection that you can be at without like at least two people coming up asking for money, bro. Any time of day or night. You cannot stop the car without someone coming up. No, like that whole area. You know what I mean? Now, like we're out of that area. But as soon as you start getting downtown, bro, they all downtown at every intersection downtown. Like they coming up just about every light. Yo,
yeah.
They at every store. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I hit them. Sometimes I hit them, you know what I'm saying? But other times I'm like sometimes like they've caught me on a bad day. Cause they'll holler at you from like way over there, bro. They'll be like,
yo, and you think like, do I know this person? Like maybe we met before.
I'd be like, no, bro. No. Yo, hold up. Nah, dog.
Yeah, I go back and forth with it, man. I became friends with this guy that was a beggar when I lived in Northern Virginia back in the day, right before Landon was born. And I would stop at this gas station, and he would always post it up outside in his little cardboard box home. And I'd ask him what his favorite beer was what his cigarettes were. And I'd go inside. This one time I hung out with him, and I drank a beer with him and smoked cigarettes with him, just chilling for like 2 hours, bro. And then he ends up telling me that he actually lives in a hotel like 2 miles away, and he showers every night, and he gets good food. And on a bad day, he can make like $200 to $250, and on a good day, he can make like $500. And at the time, I was selling
Is that in Rehoboth or Laurel?
Nah, that was in Springfield, Virginia.
Oh, VA. Oh, yeah, you said
yeah.
VA.
So that like hurt me, bro, so bad. And so for a long time, for like probably 5 years, I did not help anybody that like presumed to be homeless and asked for money. But now, you know, the money ain't mine anyway. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're making that out here, bro.
I don't know.
They
Man.
look
This was 9 years ago, but
I think all theirs is going to drugs. Every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? I think every single one of them going to drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got like weird scams, like this one like Indian type dude, like Middle Eastern type dude, like at a gas station with his kid, and he's like, "Yo, I need some gas," and I'm like, "Bro, like, you know what I mean? I ain't got no money, bro. You know what I'm saying?"
Yep.
And he's got like his jewelry on. He's like, "I'll give you this ring. I'll give you this ring. I just need money for gas," and I'm like, "Man, I don't want your ring, man." Like,
yeah.
like if that's worth something, I don't even want to take that for like $10, $20, even though I need it. And I think about it, I'm like, man, take that ring. And I'm like, man, I don't need that ring, bro. I'll get it. I'll get it myself. That's again mindset, bro. Like, I'll get me on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I don't need. That's like a handout. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I do accept gifts, though. You know, I do accept donations. I say thank you. You know, you should, because if I want to give someone something, just take it. Don't tell me no. Just say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue. Let me know you appreciate it. That's cool. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Take it and give it to somebody else. Pay it forward. But
yeah. This is making me think about this real quick, bro. When I worked in restaurants, bro, I worked in restaurants for over 10 years, man. I love customer service. I love serving people, man. I really enjoy it. I was awesome at it. Anyway, when people go to pay the bill, bro, there was always the two guys or the two girls that would fight over the bill. Oh, no, I want to pay it. Oh, no, I want to pay it. And I would always say, why don't you both pay it? Why don't you pay for the meal and then you pay for the meal also, but leave it as a tip for me? And not one time did anybody ever do that, because then they were like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. But it's a pride thing. And that would shut them up real quick, and they would go ahead and work that shit out.
Damn, you went hard with that one.
I just wanted to share that real quick.
Yeah, I was going hard.
Yeah.
That was going hard. If I had it like that, though, I would have been like, all right, just because you went hard like that and asked for it. I had
plenty of great customers and tips, man. One time I had a tip the bill challenge a couple times, man. But
bro, I already know you crushed it in that industry. I already know. Yeah, I crushed it in that industry as well.
I'm sure you did, bro.
Yeah, because I don't make mistakes either. I get their orders right. I'm on time. I'm attentive as hell.
He said I don't make mistakes. Okay.
Yeah, boy, I kiss their ass, you know.
Yeah.
And it would all be real. Like, I'm not even being fake. I'm just like embracing the role, the humble role as a server. But I'm not humble when I leave here because everyone hit me. But I gave them great service. And I'd be inspired by service that I've had where it's like that server left an impression, like that server was so good. Like he was so good. Just be like that guy. Be like that guy. And
yeah, it's sad when you see a server that like has no social skills and like also doesn't seem very happy in their life, or like maybe they had a bad day, but they're like, "Man, take your order," and I'm like, "Is this McDonald's? Like, what?"
I know. I feel like you're not trying, and even them, I still until recently, you know, tip fatigue is happening in this country. You heard about that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
mean, I believe it with inflation.
bro, like everybody's trying to tip on every single thing, every single where you go. Everybody wants to tip for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Like tip, and for any single thing you can think of. Go, you know what I mean? You could go anywhere for anything now, and it's like tip. Like,
Yep.
what am I tipping for? What am I tipping? Just tip just to step outside now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I buy gas, I got tip. Like, this gas is already this much. You want me tip too? What am I tipping? Because you let me go get gas? Like, are you gonna pump my gas? I'll pump my own gas. Like, I don't need pump. You know what I mean? Like, everywhere, like it's a thing that's going on is like tip fatigue. And but being in the industry, you know, if you're a horrible server, I'm gonna give you 20%. I'm gonna go leave a review.
Yes.
Because like if you suck that bad, and I'm not even gonna be hard on you. I'm not even gonna be hard on you. I'm gonna tell you, I was in this industry, but it's like the standard for me of service is me. Like, be, and you don't even have to be like that, but like
you gotta be intentionally bad to me for me to leave a bad review.
Bro, like
I tip 20%. I tip 20% if they suck.
Bro, if you don't like, if you forget to like bring me silverware and then don't come check up on me and I'm just sitting with no silverware, like, come on, dog, you know? And then I say about it and you're not like very sorry. Like, can you please be very sorry for that? Like, that's
different.
That's really
Please
annoying.
Be very sorry.
That's really annoying though, because bro, if I did that, bro, oh my God, that's a big deal. I'm so sorry right now. Is there anything else I can get you? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm so on that. I just like left you sitting over here, didn't check on you, left you that long, and you haven't even had silverware. I'm so sorry for that. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm like, and now I'm just gonna be sorry as shit the rest of the time, and I'm gonna still be attentive and just be embarrassed and look stupid and be really sorry. And I am sorry because it's like that's on me, bro. Like I'm lacking. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm lacking. Like I'm supposed to be doing a good job, and I just forgot about these people for whatever reason, and I can't be doing that. You get what I'm saying? So it's not even about them. It's about me and my performance. Like I'm sorry that I suck right now. Hope you don't go leave a bad review, and I hope you still give me a tip, and I hope you don't hate me. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that?
I know, but I've said like. They know I'm sorry.
Please don't leave a bad review.
No. I don't say that, but they know I'm sorry, and they know I try to make it up. And I've said stuff like that, like let me make it up to you. You know, let me make it up to you. Yeah, I'm the king of making it up. If I ever offend, like if I ever do wrong on someone, intentionally or unintentionally, and realize, let me make it up. Let me make that up. Let me get that. Let me recover that L.
Yeah.
So I can move on. Oh yeah, I'll make it up. For sure.
Yeah. I have a lot to say about that, bro.
Yeah, man. You make it up to yourself too. I'm still making up to myself every day too, for like not treating myself well, treating myself real messed up. You know?
Yeah.
Make it up to yourself. You make it up to yourself through discipline too. You know, discipline is liberation. Like being disciplined enough, showing yourself that tough love so you can liberate yourself from the entrapment of your weakness. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Self-love, man. A couple Friday nights ago, I had like 4 different friend groups all at the same night invite me out, man, to go out for drinks. And like I really wanted to. And like I had females hitting me up, and like my mom was watching my son for me, and like I totally could have, but I went to the gym, dude, by myself, and like was in there feeling good that like I'm finally at a place where like, not that those things are bad, you know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with that, but like I'm actually working on improving the parts of me that I know I need to improve on, that I want to improve on, and ain't nobody gonna do it for me. There ain't nobody coming here to save the day but Spencer Fothergill for me. That's it, bro.
Exactly. And guess what? You got it. You got it.
I do. Yes, I do.
Because look at how many times you had. You took care of yourself how many times?
Yep.
How many times you saved
Not
the
every
day?
time.
Yeah, but how many times did you save the day for yourself though?
Many times.
Man, I love I love to reference those. You know what I'm saying? Come back around like, no, I come through.
Yep.
I come through for myself. I get it sorted out. I'll get it sorted out again.
Yeah, and the reason you're the king of making things up, bro, is because you don't like letting people down.
No, bro, I
That's
don't.
yeah, I hate that, bro. I hate letting people down.
Me too. Me too. Especially my favorite people, bro.
Mm, mm,
You know, like my wife. I don't want to let her down. I want to let
yeah,
my mom down.
yeah.
You know, I don't want to let my friends and stuff down either, bro. I don't want to let down the people that believe in me, bro. When you got people that believe in you, you want to be that guy that they think you are, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be that guy. And because they believe in you, that you are that guy, it helps you believe that you can be that guy.
Absolutely. I'm sure you. I don't know if you were there with the back injury, but like, there's been times where like I didn't believe in myself, man, and that is such a shitty feeling.
Yeah, it is. It is. You got to check those thoughts, man.
Yup, real quick, throw that in
You
the
got,
trash.
yeah, you got to check those thoughts because they're just again, like techniques. Where's the proof? You know what I'm saying? Where's all this proof that I suck this bad? You know, here's the truth, right? You're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you think you are. You know, you're never as good as you are on your best day. That's not a true reflection of how good you are at anything, you know, and you're never as bad. You know, if you can go to basketball court today, me and you, and I go out there and just not miss. And it's like, man, I'm a beast. And it's like, you, like I'm so good right now that I can't even believe I'm this good because I'm not. I'm not that good. This, if I come out here every day for the next 30 days, I bet I don't even have another day like this. Maybe I get one, right? And then I have a day I come out here, it's total opposite. I don't make a single shot. You feel me? You're not really that bad either, right? You're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, good, bad. I have a conversation with one of my mentors, man, all the time. That is that those terms are just all perspective, man. I love it though. We should do this again.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again.
All right, big dog.
I have you. I have you back on, and you know, you just let me know whatever that you want to talk about, and you know, I can do a little due diligence, check stuff out, and that way, I'll be prepared for
Have you
the
read
topic of discussion.
Have you read the 4 Agreements?
The 4 Agreements. I haven't. Let me write that down. Is that a book?
It's a book that changed my life, man.
Oh, cool.
I highly recommend it, man. It's a short read, like 120 pages, super easy.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's it's a spiritual book. It's not a Bible-based book, but it's spiritual.
Cool. I got it on my list, bro.
Yeah, man. What's your top 3 favorite books, bro?
That's a great question. I read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Yep.
That was a really awesome book. The 48 Laws of Power was a really great book.
I started reading it. That one was hard for me because it really got into like manipulation and I was like, oof. But sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think it's how you use it. You know, like you can use that stuff in an evil way. You can use that stuff in a positive way.
Yep.
There's a time for everything. So I think there's a time to be slick and smooth about your movement. I think it's important to learn how to be evasive. I think it's important to have an understanding of, you know, all aspects of the game when you're dealing with power, you know? So being able to recognize other people's plays too. You're like,
Yeah.
not about to get me like that. I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good book. All of Robert Greene's books, bro. Robert Greene has great books.
Okay. I'll have to check him more out.
Yeah. So self-help books.
And give me a third one.
Was reading the 12-Week Year. Good book. Probably a lot of stuff. A lot of the self-help books, man, like it's a lot of stuff you probably already know. But if you go through the entire book and you take one thing away from the whole book that is transformative, it's worth reading the whole book just to get that one transformative thing. Because it could carry a lot of weight. So 12-Week Year is really good too.
12-Week Year.
I like that.
I started reading
and
that.
then I started reading Psycho Cybernetics. It's a good book too.
What's
Yeah.
that about?
So that story that I told you is from that book.
Okay.
It's a good
Nice.
book.
I'll have
It's
to
a good
check
book.
that out, bro.
It's a good book. I'll tell you a story, last story from that book, right? So there's this veteran, and he's got a big scar from the war, right? And so he goes to see the plastic surgeon because he feels really ugly and insecure about the way he looks with his scar. And so, you know, he goes to the plastic surgeon and explains to him, and he wants to get the scar you know, fixed or removed, or you know, get some type of plastic surgery to
Look
get
better.
rid of, yeah, look better, get rid of that. And he does, right? And he does, bro. You can't even see it, like maybe a tiny bit, but you'd have to look for it. You'd have to know it was there.
Okay.
And bro, he still, it doesn't make a difference. He still feels the same way about himself, right? And so the doctor's like, holy shit, right? uh you got so much trauma, you know what I mean, that it's not the scar, it's your brain,
Internal.
it's inside, it's inside where you're holding yourself back.
Mm.
It's all in your mind, you know what I mean. It's like the scar's real and you did go through real shit, but the scar's gone and you're still, what you're dealing with, you gotta sort that shit out. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
I
You
love
gotta
that,
sort
bro.
that. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So the story's told a lot better in the book, I think, than what I just told, but something along those lines. I don't
No, that's real shit though, man. I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, as below, what do they say? As below, so above, or so below, as above.
Yeah.
But everything's a mirror reflection, man, of what we're really dealing with inside, man.
Yeah.
And so spiritual warfare, bro, believing in people, helping those that are in the position that in the places that you and I used to be, bro. Business, just mindset and how to like achieve and get it.
Yeah.
And belief in self and affirming oneself, knowing that I am worthy. And we are a sum of all of our thoughts. We're not our mistakes. We're not our wins either. All those things are topics that I cannot wait to expand on further with you, bro, in the future, man. And
Hell yeah.
thank you so much for your time today, bro. And I love you so much, man. And tell your wife I said hi. I'm really glad to hear that you guys are doing good down there, bro. And Delaware misses you, man. I know Rehoboth does.
Yo, much love, my brother. I appreciate you, and big love over here always, bro. Know that.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Talk to you soon, bro. God bless you.
Bless. Peace. All right, ready to go to the store? All right, let's do it.